And good evening and welcome to another evening in the Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And the Cellar is an innovative forum inciting provocative conversation about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. On occasions, we invite others, guests into the show like sommeliers and artists and people in other relevant businesses, and we discuss wine and other topics around that. So tonight, you're tuned into another amazing night in the Cellar. And tonight, we're going to have, of course, from Glam with Malia, our girl in Detroit. She's going to be on her segment tonight. Tonight, we're going to also have our special guest, special musical artist, the one and only Emma G is back in the studio. And she has some amazing things to discuss with us and some amazing projects that's soon to be coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned in tonight where we're going to talk about wine and music. That's right, our topic tonight is about wine and music. And also, I want to share with you that this is the month of April. And in some fact-finding and in some research, I found out there's about 50-something things that April is national about. African-American Women's Fitness Month is in April. Alcohol Awareness Month is April. Black Women's History Month is April. Celebrate Diversity Health is in the month is in April. Confederate History Month is in April. Distracted Driving Awareness Month is part of April. Financial Literacy Month in April. Foot health awareness is in April. I mean, there's so many different types of things that April is known for, and we talk about on a national level. There's about 53 different national recognitions in the month of April. Now, there's one that I don't want you to ever forget, and that is my birthday, April the 30th. So put that down in your book of things to remember, the birthday of Richard Glover. But I want to also tell you some other things. I want to do some shout out tonight. I have an amazing group of people in Australia, Karen and Paul Robinson. Thank you so much for continue to watch the show and share it with your friends in the Down Under, the Barossa Valley area in Australia. And of course, in Indonesia, there's Phi who continues to watch the show. She's a principal at an elementary school there, and this is about the time that she's in school. But you know what also I want to share with you starting next week? I'm going to start sharing the emails. I've been getting a boatload of emails from you guys out there who watch the show and who give me suggestions of things to talk about. So I want to thank you out there for doing that. And I'm going to start sharing your emails. So if you want your email shared on the show, if you want to give us a shout out or you want us to give a shout out to your friends, if it's your birthday, just send an email to richard@thecellarwineshow.com. That's richard@thecellarwineshow.com. And we will put your email on blast, and we will give a shout out to you, your friends, your family. If it's a birthday, if it's a wedding, if it's an anniversary, we're going to start doing that in the beginning of the show. So it's called the Cellar Fan Shout Out. Okay, so don't go nowhere. I want you to remember that. It's the Cellar Fan Shout Out. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, I want you to do me a favor and go to that button that says subscribe. Hit that button, it'll turn red, and you'll now become a subscriber of the YouTube channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 plus on my YouTube channel. Now, I wish I'd done this a long time ago, but this is all new to me. So if you do me a favor with my 5 to 6 to 7, 8,000 that's on Facebook and and other social media, if you're on YouTube and you're watching the show YouTube Live, just go to that subscribe button, hit it, it'll ping, and it'll come up red, and you'll become a Cellar Fan Show subscriber, and you'll be also eligible to win some amazing gifts like this wine cloth bag that you can carry around with your wine in, with the logo. So I don't want you to be a part of that, because you are the Cellar Nation. So I want you to make sure you go on that YouTube. Now, if you're on the Cellar Fan page, on Facebook, it's The Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover. Continue to like it, follow it, share with others. Some other amazing stuff is going to be happening on that fan Facebook page. That's The Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover. I want you to go there, share it with your friends, like it, and we're going to start doing some gifts on that page as well. I think I got everything covered for the night. My girl, Malia, is in the studio. Well, she's not in the studio. She's in the green room. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to be changing up the seating locations. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, should I do it now? I think I should do it tonight now. So there are 11 types of wines that I'm going to be pairing with for the whole month of April. And what I want to do is I want to get that out the way right now. So I want to bring up one photo that of the wines that I'm going to be telling you about, that how we pair them with music. So the first wine should be coming up now. Awesome. No, that's not it. The wine is the Berzinger family wines in Sonoma County, and it's a Merlot. Absolutely, there it is. So, I admit it, you're totally confused about which wine to pair with your playlist, or anyway, what to listen to while you're sipping that thing you just pulled the cork out of. It's a major issue. After all, because it's all about mood. It's all about where you want to be in your mood. You know, pouring a Mendoza Malbec with a platter of raw oysters is a cognitive dissonance. Consider the epic mind bender of trying to drink a hard rock wine with a Chopin etude. Can't let it happen. Here are a few suggested pairings. This first wine is your wine, the Ben Zinger family wine in Sonoma County, Merlot. And it's a Merlot. It's velvet in the bottom. In the bottle, it's velvet. It's smooth. It's a fruit forward, but just a little dark. It's got tea, cloves, lots of plum, with a finesse and structure, and supernatural. Now, the Benzinger wines are certified sustainable, organic, or should I call it bloody manic. So your green creeds are as put together as those soft tannins. The artist I paired with that is Sarah McLachlan. Yes, if Merlot had a voice, it would sound a lot like Sarah. Rounded, velvety, not a harsh note. If it were me, I'd just put her version of the St. Francis Prayer on total repeat. Let's go to the next one. We have a Chloe Prosecco. Some Proseccos are casual or even a bit rumptious. Others are dignified but stylish. Chloe is one of those classic little black dress bottles. Fine bubbles, straw colored in the glass, with a bit of green hint and a lovely expression of a grape that's called the Glera grape. Very lively peach, apple, and white flower notes. A citrusy finish with a nice balanced hint of something stony. The artist I would pair that Prosecco with is Ella Fitzgerald. Bubbly meets bubbly. Sophisticated lady meets sophisticated wine. Total veracity and perfect pitch. I'd recommend the very Johnny Mercer songbooks, especially for that. You know, so if you're familiar with Verdi and the Johnny Mercer songbook, yes, that would work with this Chloe Prosecco and Sarah and Ella Fitzgerald. The next one is the Cupcake Vineyard. Now, everybody knows about the cupcake wine. It's the angel. We call it the angel food wine, and it's this white blend is a Chardonnay and a bit Viognier with some supporting cast members. It's for folks who are not afraid of sugar. If you really like to taste a bit of cake batter with some kind of vanilla caramel thing dominating and a little bit of peach cobbler, hey, you can't go wrong with this bone dry all the time, right? Yeah, well, sometimes you just want something a little sugary. And of course, with this particular wine, I pair it with Carly Rae Jepsen. She has a song called I Really, 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 Really Like You, and I Want You. Do you want me to? Baby, I really, 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 really like you. I really, 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 really like you. Any questions? Yeah, there you go. We're going to pair that with the cupcake wine. And that's it for my first set of wines that I'm going to pair with music to. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come back. We're going to take a quick break. I got some amazing wine music tonight for you to listen to. And we'll come back and we'll be sitting up in the other area with, of course, Glam with Malia. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. You're tuned into The Cellar with Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And tonight, our topic is wine and music.
something I need to say.
I don't want to see you. Go away.
You're right. You're right. I have forgotten how to act like a normal human being. And I play games, I lie, and I trick people to avoid the truth of how I feel. And the idea of letting anyone close to me is terrifying for obvious reasons. I love you.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover. You tune in every Thursday night from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. at 52 O Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., the LeBaron Studio, Studio 103. And tonight I'm going to bring in my girl from Detroit, the one and only Malia. Glam with Malia. Hello, Malia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good,
I'm
good.
glad that you're feeling better.
Yes, oh my gosh, me too.
You got to continue to drink more water. Drink more water.
Yes, that's my goal. I got to.
Take it up to from 1 gallon. Take it up to 2 gallons. Kick it up a notch now, you know, because you're so busy. You're doing so much, you know. And but we're glad to have you in the studio tonight, you know, and we would like to know, what do you have for our listeners and our viewers tonight from Glam with Malia?
Yes, so I will be talking about men's fashion now. I know last week was the last of women, so now I figured I can't forget about the guys out there, so I might
Absolutely.
as well start with them. So I'm going to be talking about like shoes, shirts, and pants, and the best place to get them is for those really nice designer brands that you really like, such as something like as Ted Baker, Gucci, Valentino, maybe Louis Vuitton, even like Boss, Calvin Klein. So they have really nice golf polo shirts just like this. You can go out to dinner if you have a girlfriend or go out with the guys. Those shirts are really perfect. I think right now they're running between $30 to $40, which are usually about maybe 80 to $100.
Wow.
They have all different colors. They also have like the khaki pants and shorts over there as well. Those are Oakley pants. Those are running about $19.99 at Nordstrom Rack. So everything you're looking for or any pictures that you see on the screen, they are going to be from Nordstrom Rack. Check the stores, mostly check online, use the app. I think they're giving like a $5 coupon or something like that the last time I checked. So be sure to check that out. So yeah, Nordstrom Rack is like my number one place. If you're looking for something very casual, going on a vacation, just wanting to look good, especially for the summer, updating your closet with those new colors, brighten up your day. So I would say check out Nordstrom's. I know they actually have really good like shoes over there as well. They got some like nice like Calvin Klein shoes, Boss shoes, dress shoes. So basically anything that guys are looking for, or like I said before, if they're going on a vacation or if they want to look good for their girlfriends, I would totally recommend Nordstrom Rack. I'm obsessed. I find really good deals over there, but especially for the guys that are kind of just like, oh, I'm looking for this one particular thing. Usually Nordstrom's or Nordstrom Rack has usually what you're looking for around your price range as well. And it's always cute and stylish, and you always look good. They also carry like watches and like other accessories, maybe traveling luggages. Even they might even have suits for guys as well. So a little bit of everything. I know Nordstrom Rack is my favorite store to shop at. I'm a girl that always finds really good deals on stuff. So if you're looking for something good, like I said before, check them out.
So, Malia, how
Yeah.
important is it for a man to look good? I mean, you're a woman, and you're into fashion and styling. And how important is for a man to look good? To wear nice clothes and nice shoes. How important is it? From a woman's perspective.
I would probably say from my perspective, it's always well to look dressed because you never know who you're gonna see, and especially if they're looking for a girl and they're like, oh, like like at least I look good today, maybe it's my outfit, maybe it's something she's attracted to because you never know when you see that right person there.
That's great, and the shoes and
Ooh.
the cologne, men all should should be a part of their daily, just a part of their daily arsenal. If you're going out, if you're going out with friends, if you're going on a boat, if you're going out to have happy hour, a suit, an open shirt, a hat, all that stuff is good to have in your arsenal for men, right?
Yes, I would recommend that. So one of the top things I feel like girls might look for, something that they might be interested in. So yep, colognes, watches, anything that's gonna make you look good, like I would totally try that out.
Awesome. Girls, women, ladies, sophisticated ladies, classy ladies. That's what they look for in a man, right? Awesome.
Yes, they do.
Hey, Malia, thank you so much for that. I'm excited to see what you have for the men. I want to get some tips. Maybe I can, beef up my closet and my arsenal of cologne and stuff. So I'm looking forward, for the next couple of weeks when you stay on that spring outfits for men as well as you do for women. But don't go nowhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to do some shuffling around, and then we're going to bring out our very special guest tonight, the one and only Emma G.
You can't control the night.
What?
You can't control the night. It's an open box that you have stolen. What once was locked has now been broken. Your empty words to try convince me you were my rock, but now there's nothing. 'Cause I see the labels cast against me. I see the colors thrown upon me. You can't control the night, so why are you hiding? You can't control the night. Breathe in the fire, an open flame to mark the danger. It's all the same, heartbreak and anger. Who closed the door to new solutions? You were my rock, and now we're losing. 'Cause I see the labels cast against me. I see the colors thrown upon me. You can't control the night, so why are you hiding? You can't control the night. Breathe in the fire. You can't control the night, so why are you hiding? You can't control the night. Breathe in the fire. Can we leave the labels cast against me? Throw down your weapons, made of fear. You can't control the night, so why are you hiding? You can't control the night. Breathe in the fire. You can't control the night, so why are you hiding? You can't control the night. Breathe in the fire. So why are you hiding? You can't control the night. You can't control the night. You can't control the night. Breathe in the fire.
And welcome back to the Cellar. You tune into the Cellar with Richard Glover. And I tell you, every time Emma G comes on my show, and she always makes it fun, and she pumps up the volume a little bit. Welcome, Emma.
This is how we do.
See that? I tell you, she got a lot of energy.
I've only had one cup of coffee today as well, so that's exciting.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, no, it's good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you. You are bubbly, like a bubble of, like a glass.
Like a glass of bubbly wine.
There you go.
Hey!
Chloe Basecca. We just talked about it. Bubbly. You know? Actually, we're gonna pair wine with you tonight. Is champagne.
Lord. Champagne.
Yeah, because you're effervescent tonight.
Interesting.
You
I'm
got
more of a
bubbles.
Tempranillo girl.
Really? Okay.
I am. I like a good glass of,
full-bodied red wine.
Okay.
Sometimes Merlot, sometimes.
But your energy is like a bottle of champagne. You're
Yeah,
ready to
that's
pop,
because
boom.
I need to balance that yin with my yang, you
Okay.
see. So my yang is all the time,
Okay.
and then I like chill out, have a glass of, Syrah or Tempranillo. I love Tempranillo.
I love
Tempranillo's,
Tempranillo too.
yeah,
Good,
my.
good. It's a little rough though. It's a little rough. It's kind of a ruckus.
It's
type of
bougie
wine.
enough
It's
to be
enough to
bougie,
bougie,
but
yeah.
it's gritty enough to be
Yeah.
imagy.
Absolutely. I love it. So Emma, for those who've not seen you on the show before, you hail from New Zealand.
Yes,
And you're in Washington, D.C.
for the last almost, it'll be 5 years. It'll be 6 years in November.
Wow, and you are true to Washington because your music videos always include the scenes in D.C.
Yep.
and the people in D.C., so that, we love you here.
I mean, I love DC. And it's interesting. I've been reflecting a lot over the last year, since the pandemic hit, around how, like my life before DC, when I was living in New Zealand, I was in a hard rock band called Static Era, and we toured the country and did some amazing things. And so, like, I never want to detract from the fact that I had a very solid foundation in New Zealand, but the fact, the way that DC has served me and the way that I've been able to serve DC in return, and as a political artivist,
Yes.
and as a musician, a bringer of love and of physically distanced hugs,
Yes.
soul hugs. I love this place. I love living here. I love the community here. I love the richness of culture that DC has to bring.
And that's what I like about your music videos and your music. You're very culturally astute.
Thank you.
And you bring that out in the city. You bring that out in your music. You've been involved in a lot of the protests. Whether you've been out there or not, or even in your music, you're definitely about women's rights, about being anti-racist, and you're all inclusive, and but yet your music is fun. I love that last video. You control the night.
You can be politically active. You can be part of the fight without being an asshole.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, the fight for equality is something that should be fun because
Yes.
equality is fun. Feminism is for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone benefits from respecting women.
That's right. That's right.
Everyone benefits from acknowledging that black people are human.
That's right.
Everybody benefits from bringing young voices to the platform.
That's right.
Everyone benefits when we rise together. So why is it's funny that you say that because to me, it doesn't make sense to think that it needs to be an angry, depressive, or depressing or oppressing fight.
Right.
It's not about down with one in order for the other to elevate. It's all about rising together. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that to me is fun.
And you know what? You always bring some amazing quotes. You did one last time, and we put a little clip of it, out there even more.
One day I'm gonna create an emoji, quote affirmation. Rumi has his book. We'll make an emoji book.
Yeah, your
I'm
imagery-
kidding.
I mean, you did it the last time you were with me, and that clip we put out there. You put it out there, and it was that little 1 5-second thing you said, was powerful. And
Thank
you just
you.
did it again.
Thank you.
And we need more artists like yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Again, DC is full of phenomenal artists
Yes, they are.
and
Yes, it
artivists.
is.
And
Yes,
I founded the Capitol Groove Collective back in 2018, and there's some phenomenal artivists who are also passionate about elevating diversity and elevating political, equality and equity. Jerome Williams is one of those, said artists. Stephanie Matthias, I Am Solia, Ting Lin, Yellow Tie Guy, and some other phenomenal artists as well who. I'm leaving people out. Sorry, Mary Jo Matea, Johnny Grave.
Good gracious. I need to get them all lined up to be on the show.
But there's also Yusha Assad, there's Yadia, there's Justin Trawick, there's Eli Lev. There are so many artists in DC who are doing. And Do Me Right is another phenomenal rapper, hip hop artist who does a lot to elevate messages of hope and empowerment.
Awesome.
And there's so many musicians in the city who really lend their voice to justice, and it kind of it makes me laugh a little bit because DC is still known as that city that's very political.
Exactly.
But we're here to remind y'all that it's fun. Like
That's
we're
right.
still here just because we like to talk about issues that matter to us doesn't mean we can't do it to a beat and shake your hips and your shoulders and
Glide and
get your
stride.
groove on while you do
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
You know, about a month ago, I had a salsa group here doing a demonstration, and I got up on the floor and I did a little bit of with them. So,
right,
I'm
all right, I see
I hear
you.
the good music. Like that video was, I was ready to get up and dance, and you control the night, right?
You can't control the
You
night.
can't control the night. I like that. You know, that's
Thank
sort of
you.
something I need to have on when I'm out at night. You know, going here.
Well, so it was my attempt at trying to be a little bit woke. I just moved to the country and I was living in Connecticut working as an outdoor science
Okay.
education teacher. And one of my kids that I was looking after, I was teaching young people, mostly teenage or preteens and teenagers. And a preteen, 12-year-old, called another 12-year-old the N-word.
Oh, wow.
And I was still new to the country and was not ready for that.
Right.
And so in my I'm going to write something deep and meaningful, I started writing this song about, you can't control your skin color. You can't control the seasons. You can't control the nighttime. So why is it that we're trying to get so angry at other people based on their skin color? You can't judge somebody. You can't, nobody... You can't, you can't. Lean into it. Lean into whatever fears you have, whatever, society has taught you to believe. And only from that can you hope to come out the other end stronger, smarter, and more positive and resilient and together because, the sun depends on the nighttime. The nighttime depends on the sunshine.
Exactly.
So there we
You
go.
fall, I should be able to pick you up. I fall, you should be able to pick me up.
Amen.
You know,
I feel you.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be like. That's why Dr. Martin Luther King and so many other people, Medgar Evers, Mahatma Gandhi, many people that Sister Mother Teresa, all these people that were just preaching, peace and love throughout the world.
Yeah.
This is what they died for.
Yeah.
And but here we are today in the 21st century and 2021, and we still haven't gotten the answer yet.
I think that's part of the beautiful journey of existing is that it's an eternal search for answers, right?
Right.
Whether it's to do with racism, equality, whether it's to do with, recently I've really started speaking out about my own health complications. I don't know if you know, I've had 10 brain surgeries.
No, 10?
Yes, sir. So,
Wow.
And again, I could spend a lot of my time going, why me? Life is so hard.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we are always given challenges. We're always given these roadblocks, these obstacles in our journeys, and it's our job to grow through it, not just go through it. So whether it's figuring out how to control the night, or how to figure out how to recover from brain damage,
Right.
It's all about that journey, and it's all about learning how to ride the waves.
And you know what? And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to watch another video of yours.
Oh, gosh.
And then I got to do a wine tasting, and then of course, you're going to perform.
Yes.
I'm excited about that.
I love
I've been
it.
trying to get you on this show to perform. But you said something interesting, and I think that's what makes you an amazing artist because you survived, the brain surgeries. Quincy Jones had an aneurysm in his brain, and he survived. He became one of the most, prolific artists and performer and producer, that we know of our time, And you are in your music. Everything you touch turns to gold. And that's why during the break I asked. I said, well, when am I gonna see your music on video, MTV, and you need to get a VH1 award. You need to get an MTV award. I want to be sitting up front stage when you performing and stuff.
We're putting it out to the universe. Let's
put it out there in the
here,
universe.
guys.
Yes, here you
tonight, I mean, this week I'm blessed that I've been featured in quite a large article in the Washington Post.
Oh, wow.
And I put out in the Washington Post. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm putting out to the universe for 2021, and you've just added to my vision board for
Wait a minute.
2021.
Was that
So-
you texting me?
Yes, it was.
That was you.
That was me texting you. I was like, yes. So my vision board, with the help of Richard Glover, my vision board for 2021 is to get onto VH1, to get onto MTV, to get onto The Daily Show, and just do the damn
Look
thing.
at that. Hey, happy Thursday. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Happy Thursday, Reed. In case you missed the news, I'm in the Washington Post this week. The full article will be in this Friday's paper. People, if you don't have the Washington Post, get it. Go to the newsstand. Tomorrow. Or either go online. It's going to be online Friday. But if you want to check it out online, I'd love to get your thoughts. I'm already going to tell you it's amazing.
Oh, thank
that
you.
you're being picked up by one of the world's largest newspapers, that happens to be the Washington Post. That's amazing.
It's a blessing. It's a
And
blessing.
a blessing.
I want to do a
yes.
massive shout out to Rudy Greenberg, who
Please.
has been he was the reporter that that shared my story.
Okay.
And he's so supportive of DC music.
Wow.
He really goes above and beyond to share the richness and diversity of the music scene here. And so really thank you to him for allowing me the opportunity. I mean, but people like you, Richard, like honestly, you've no idea how much it means to us independent artists to have the support of media personalities like yourself who really believe in what we do. It makes every hardship, every kickback so much easier because it's like we're not in this alone. So yeah, thank you to Washington Post. They've been fantastic.
That's amazing. And it's interesting because when I started this show 11 years ago, it was an internet radio show.
Okay.
It wasn't audio. It was just audio, no visual. But I would have artists come in, independent artists from Washington, some from New York, from Philadelphia. They would come down and be on the show. That 10, 15 minutes, that they did, they talked and they performed. To me, that was like, I wanted to give that platform to those independent artists. Now, I've had Tracy Braxton on here. I've had Boney James, Vivica
Tracy's
Fox.
a hoot.
Yes. I'm going to get it back here. Tracy, if you're out there and you're watching, it's my anniversary year, and I need you back in the studio. Her and Boney James came onto my show. It was actually a surprise on my birthday.
Okay.
And I celebrated my show on the birthday. So
That's
April
on the 30th.
April 30th. Look, and while we're there, we're talking about wine and music, and they go together. Like earlier in the show, I did some pairing with some artists and some different types of wine. I mean, when you go home and you pull out a bottle of wine, what do? You turn on that playlist and you listen to they both set the tone. They set the mood. Music sets the mood for whatever you want to do, and wine does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why I had to put wine and music together. Look, we're going to take a quick break. I got Emma G here on the couch with me tonight in the cellar.
We can just talk and talk and talk and talk.
And we're going to watch another video of yours, and then we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to take another break, do a wine tasting, and then we're going to come back and you're going to perform.
Perfect.
Awesome. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. You're tuned into the Cellar with Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And, of course, my girl Malia, who's still in the green room. We're going to pull her in a little bit. And our special guest tonight, the one and only Emma G.
Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Open your eyes, won't you? See a little bigger. The chains that once caught you in their teeth can't hold you down. Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Keep it alive, won't you? Feel your fire. feel them now. Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Hold it close, won't you? Feel the magic. Give it a home, won't you? Believe you have it. The looks that held you trapped so long have been and gone. Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. 'Cause everyone knows the fighter can never lose. With every defeat, the fire burns brighter in you. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Just be brave. Just be brave.
Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. Our topic tonight is wine and music, and we're here with our special musical guest and special guest, the one and only Emma G. So, Emma, just be brave. Tell us, how did that come about? You know, what is this? I like that.
I was freaking out about moving to Washington, D.C.
Really? And you decided to write a song about it.
I did. So here's a fun fact. As most songwriters will attest to this, we don't write music for everybody else. We write them for ourselves. And this is one of the best and most therapeutic things about songwriting is that when you are in a funk, when you are feeling down, when you're feeling in love, whatever your emotions are, when we write songs as songwriters, it's us channeling our everything.
Wow.
And so I was freaking the F out about moving to DC. I was living, like I said, in the middle of nowhere, Connecticut,
Right.
as an outdoor science education teacher. was new to the country still, didn't know anything beyond LA really, and Connecticut and Massachusetts in the woods. But I found DC and was like, I think this is where I need to be.
Okay.
And then reality hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh crap.
Wow.
I'm moving to the nation's capital in what's referred to as Chocolate City. I don't know anything about anything. I feel like I moved to the States as a 26-year-old. Sorry, left New Zealand as a 26-year-old, arrived into the States as a 17-year-old. Like, everything was new to me. So one day, I don't know, the creative gods kind of took over my body one day, and I found a piano in one of the buildings and just sat down, and that vomited out of me.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, again, it's just like wine. You know, you find yourself in serving, and again, I always tell my listeners, don't use wine as an escape,
Of course,
from mental health or something else. You know, you use it as a source to help you get yourself together. You know, it's just like music. You know, it sets a tone for you. Wine sets a tone. You know.
Yeah.
And that's why we have celebratory wines, and we have, you know, wines, you know, red wines, and then the white wines, and then even sweet wines. But that's why I said they both run that parallel street, wine and music, you know. And having you here tonight is just amazing, because you really give the whole picture. You make what you put on video, or what you put in the studio and you produce. I can see the visual of it without seeing the music video, because you explain it, and your illustrations are so deep, because it's from your heart, and that's amazing. You know, I mean, I'm putting you in a room, you know, in DC with one window, and you look over and there's a piano, and you sit there, you at that piano for the rest of the day. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, and you still sit cranking out tunes and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I visualize you doing when you get here to Washington, because you realize, oh my God, I'm in the nation's capital. You know, yes, it's called Chocolate City, but it's in the middle of a change around. You know, and it's the center of everything. You know, so and you make do, you're doing good, and you make good.
Thank you.
You're doing good. You know, amazing. Look, we got to do something now. I'm going to go to the next room.
Oh Lord.
I'm going to get ready for my wine tasting, because tonight we're tasting another wine from Intrinsic Winery, which is out of the Columbia Valley in California, and we're doing one of their wines
Nice.
out of the Illicit Project. And this project supports GLAAD, L-A-A-D, and the LGBTQ plus communities.
You missed the T. LGBTQ.
And the T. I'm sorry. No, I didn't tell you to correct me. I have enough friends out there in the community that's gonna correct me. Richard, we heard what you said. You know, but I'm gonna shift myself over to the table, and
Cool.
I'm gonna get this wine tasting ready. And while I'm doing that, I want you to get ready, because
We're gonna
time for
play
you to
some
perform.
music, y'all.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
Emma, how can our people reach out to you for your music?
Oh, there's so much going on. So the best place to find me is on my website,
Okay.
emmagmusic.com. From there, you can get linked to my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube. I'm now on haps.tv, which is awesome. And of course, there's links everywhere to everything that I'm doing. I've got a book coming out soon,
Yeah.
a film coming
And a
out
film?
soon,
Oh my
a new
gosh.
album coming out soon. My new single is coming out this Saturday called
Right.
Songbird. There is a lot going on.
I tell you stay busy.
I
man.
do.
You're a working woman.
Yeah, no, we do, man. We got to make the world a better place, one song at a time, you know.
There you go. And you're doing that. You know, we appreciate you being here. You know, and you're just such a bubble. You know, and I'm excited to hear the song Songbird.
Yes.
I'm excited because you are a songbird.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have Emma G. And of course, you can reach out to her social media by going to emmagmusic.com.
Yes. Yes.
emmagmusic.com.
Or Emma G Music on any other platform.
Or any other platform. You know, I need to get that way. I need to have just one thing. I get all over the place. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. We got some music for you. You're tuned into The Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And, of course, Glam with Malia. And tonight, our special guest is the one and only Emma G. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Peace.